Michael, when you made the profile for the 3000, you actually printed out of Photoshop CS4, if I recall.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So 2 steps forward, 1 step back. You know, technology is kind of a long freight train, and sometimes there are some chinks on the rails. I'm here in Photoshop CS5, and the problem is if I go in to print this target, CS5 kind of changed and eliminated the no color management. And it's caused some problems, and Mark Dubovoy and Eric Chan on some threads on the forum kind of like, well, what happened to it? So what ended up happening was that because of some print pipeline issues, Adobe basically decided to get rid of the no color management without doing some fancy dancing.
You cannot print a target.
Correct. And you can't print a target from Lightroom.
Right.
Okay. You have to print it from something else.
Yeah.
So in CS5, the only way to actually print a target is to come up under here and assign a profile. And this is counter to everything that you might think. But in this case, I'm going to assign Adobe RGB 1998. I'm going to come up under print. And I am going to have Photoshop manages color selected. Okay, 3000. And I'm going to select the exact same profile that I selected to do the assign profile. No. Then I'm going to click the print settings and come up under printer settings. And you see now off, no color management. This is a way of essentially cheating the Adobe and Apple print pipeline that
got broken.
Now,
what I would ask you is, why would I even want to print out of CS5, Photoshop CS5, since it is broken with regard to printing profiles? Why not just print out of, well, for example, this application software that you were using?
That's fine. Yeah. But if you're doing a remote profile for somebody,
I suppose
they're going to profile your printer. How are you going to print it? And it's a good question.
Fair enough.
So if I hit print, then I will actually get an accurate target. And if you want to hand me that profile up there, this was the one that I printed out of Photoshop.
Which is visually identical.
Yes. Well, it should be.
It better be.
If I didn't screw up.
Right.
So the bottom line is, yes, you can do it. The thing that I would caution, and Dave Polacek from Adobe, the primary engineer on the print module, it's not guaranteed to work. Okay. Some printers, the Epson drivers seem to work fine. I believe Canon drivers work fine. It's unclear if there are printers out there that you cannot do this with. So if that is the case, there is another option, and what Adobe did was created this Adobe Color Printer utility. It's a free download from the adobelabs.com website. And basically what it allows you to do, it's a one-trick pony. What I did was from i1 Profiler, saved out a TIFF file of the target, the 2000 patches, and I just opened it. The only thing that you got to do is to correctly set the printer, the page size. In this case, this is Super B. Okay. And then hit print. And then obviously important, you'll notice here it's picking up the ColorSync pipeline cues and it's defaulting to off.
Anybody can use this. Anyone can download this.
It's a free download.
So I would say don't bother screwing around with that silly stuff in CS5. Just download this free utility and use it to print your targets.
Yeah, or use CS4 like you did.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Before they broke it.
Yeah.
Okay.